West Africa is a vast region. It stretches from the Sahara Desert to the Gulf of Guinea. This geography is diverse. It includes arid deserts, lush rainforests, and fertile grasslands. The Niger River, one of Africa's longest, flows through West Africa. This river valley was a cradle of civilization. It provided water for farming and trade routes for early societies. West Africa's coast is also important. It stretches thousands of kilometers along the Atlantic Ocean. This coastline provided access to trade with other parts of the world. This access brought new ideas and goods to the region. The region's mineral wealth, including gold and salt, attracted traders. These resources played a crucial role in the rise of powerful empires. West Africa has a long history of human presence. Archaeological evidence suggests early hominids lived here millions of years ago. Over time, these early humans developed tools and techniques. They adapted to the region's diverse environments. The Stone Age saw the gradual refinement of tools. Early inhabitants used stone for tools and weapons. As the climate changed, people adapted. They developed new ways to find food and shelter. The development of agriculture was significant. It allowed people to settle in one place. This led to the rise of villages and, eventually, complex societies. The transition from hunting and gathering to farming marked a major turning point in human history. The Iron Age brought significant changes to West Africa. The ability to smelt iron revolutionized toolmaking. Iron tools were stronger and more durable than stone tools. This led to improvements in agriculture. Farmers could clear land and cultivate crops more efficiently. Food production increased. This surplus allowed for population growth and specialization of labor. Ironworking also had military implications. Iron weapons provided a significant advantage in warfare. This led to the rise of more powerful and organized societies. These societies were able to control larger territories and resources. The development of ironworking was essential for the emergence of West Africa's great empires. Section 4. Empires of Gold and Salt: Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. Between the 8th and 16th centuries, several powerful empires flourished in West Africa. These empires controlled vast trading networks. They connected North Africa with the rest of the continent. The Ghana Empire, one of the earliest, amassed wealth through the gold trade. They controlled the trans-Saharan trade routes. This trade brought salt, textiles, and other goods in exchange for gold. The Mali Empire, which succeeded Ghana, became even more powerful. Mansa Musa, the most famous ruler of Mali, expanded the empire's borders and influence. He made a pilgrimage to Mecca that showcased Mali's wealth and power. The Songhai Empire, the last of the great empires, controlled a vast territory. They dominated trade along the Niger River. These empires were centers of learning and culture. They left behind a rich legacy of art, architecture, and scholarship. Section 5. The Transatlantic Slave Trade, a dark chapter. The arrival of Europeans on the West African coast in the 15th century marked a turning point. The Portuguese were the first to establish trading posts along the coast. They were interested in gold, ivory, and other goods. However, the demand for labor in the Americas soon led to the transatlantic slave trade. Millions of Africans were forcibly transported across the Atlantic. They were enslaved and forced to work on plantations. The slave trade had a devastating impact on West Africa. It led to the depopulation of entire regions. It fueled conflict and instability as European powers vied for control of the trade. This dark chapter in human history left a lasting scar on the region. It continues to shape the relationship between Africa and the rest of the world today. Section 6. The Path to Independence: From Colonies to Nations. By the late 19th century, European powers had colonized most of Africa. West Africa was divided into French, British, Portuguese, and German colonies. The colonial powers exploited the region's resources and people. They imposed their own systems of government and education. This period saw the rise of nationalist movements across Africa. People began to demand self-determination and an end to colonial rule. After World War II, the movement for independence gained momentum. Ghana, under the leadership of Kwame Nkrumah, became the first sub-Saharan African country to achieve independence in 1957. Other West African nations soon followed. This period was marked by hope and optimism as newly independent nations charted their own course. Section 7, Modern West Africa, Challenges and Triumphs. The decades following independence have been a time of both challenges and triumphs for West Africa. The region has faced political instability, economic hardship, and social unrest. However, there have also been significant achievements in education, healthcare, and infrastructure development. Many West African nations have made progress towards democracy and good governance. West Africa today is a region of immense potential. It has a young and growing population. It possesses abundant natural resources. The resilience of its people and the richness of its cultures offer hope for a brighter future. Despite the challenges, West Africa is poised to play an increasingly important role on the global stage.